Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So keep relax your body. Your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your whole body and feel your whole body as one. Mentally relax your body, relax your breathing, and relax your mind. Let everything to settle down as it is. Take a moment and think yourself. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the inhalation, exhalation. Just bring your attention to your whole body. And slowly observe the lower part of your body, your legs, your calf, knee. Recognize the heat or the tightness, heaviness, sensation, the contact with the cushion or the seat. Don't move your body, just observe and recognize. Don't try to change anything. Bring your attention to your lower back. And observe the sensation of the tightness, heaviness, heat. And observe your upper back. And observe the shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. See what you can recognize, what you can feel. and observe your neck, head, and your face. And your chest and abdominal area. Now bring your attention to your whole body and observe your whole body and see what kind of sensations you can recognize. Any heat, tightness, heaviness, comfort. Is there any place that you feel more pain or more heat, tightness, heaviness? Observe head to toes. Find that place. And slowly bring your attention to that place and observe deeply. Don't try to change anything. Don't have a judgment yourself. Don't have a wish. Just observe that pain or the sensation or the heat, tightness. Let it be. Just accept it and observe. Always remember, once you recognize anything, just let it be. And observe. There is no any pain solid, that always it's moving, changing. It can become higher, lower, or can disappear itself. Just recognize the change within the sensation or the pain or the heat that you see. It itself happening. So bring your attention to your whole body again and find another place wherever you feel more pain or the heat, tightness, heaviness. And slowly observe that place. Go deeper little by little. Try to get into the bottom of it and observe what is there. And again, observe head to toes, your whole body as one. And find another place wherever you feel more tightness, heaviness, and observe it deeply. Now bring your attention to your inhalation, exhalation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Just observe it. Recognizing inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Everything arising, existing, and disappearing itself in this very moment. There is nothing coming or going from here to there, there to here. Everything itself in that very moment, in that very place. Arising, existing, and disappearing. Just accept it. Learn to accept the change within yourself, within your own experience, within your own observations. Remember always, whatever experience come, whatever the things you recognize, remind yourself, just let it be. Bring your attention to your body. And experience this moment and appreciate yourself. Pay your gratitude. You are blessed. You are so lucky to have this moment. There are a lot of people in this world, in this very moment, struggling with their death, fighting with their life. There are a lot of people feel loneliness, helplessness, hopelessness. And there are a lot of people have the fear, anxiety, depression, and fighting with this disease or the illness. As paying gratitude to yourself, share this moment, share your heart with them. May they come out of that struggle, may they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression. May they come out of that helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they come out of that disease or the illness. May they have the strength and courage and wisdom to find the salvation, liberation, or the freedom within themselves, and have the strength and courage to go through the situation, whatever in front of them. Also, share your heart with your loved ones, your beloved parents, brother, husband, wives, children, friends and family members, brothers and sisters. Also, your neighbors, your village, city, state, country, the people around this world, the all living beings in this universe. And as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. So mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun spread the light, spread the energy around it without any limitation, without any resistance, without any judgment. So spread the loving kindness and compassion around you from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, as human beings, we are always depending with our own mindset. We are kind of like a king or the queen in our own kingdom, and we build our own territory and believing this is me, my, and I do whatever I want like that. So the very first thing, we take this body as me, this mind, this name as me. And that is what called ignorance. When we claim this body, this mind, this name, these ideas as me. So without recognizing its own nature, once we start to do things, it creates a kind of karma. So whatever the bodily, verbally, mentally action we do, it creates certain reactions. And that reactions bring us result. It is come in three ways. Sometimes it can become good, and sometimes it can become bad, and sometimes it become neutral. So somehow in your sansaric journey, knowingly or unknowingly, whatever you have done, not the all everything, but certain things has power to create a reaction. So today we don't know whatever we have done in our past, and in that condition, whatever we did, it is good for today or not when that reaction come to us. But in this very moment, if you don't repeat that whatever the pattern you used to be in the past, if you don't repeat it, the result cannot come towards you just itself. How the result can catch you? Because of the repetition of the action. If you don't repeat the action, the result may not going to come to you. So then you have to be very careful in day-to-day life. So whatever you keep doing, and at the same time, if you really want to change in your life, there is a way. You have to be conscious regarding this very moment and then start a new life. That's why each and every person can become a new person according to Buddha's teaching. You are not belong to karma, remember that. Even though we have responsibilities, even though we have connection to the past good or bad karma, we not just belong to the karma. It is two different ways. If you become wise and understand, if you develop your awareness, mindfulness, with that mindfulness, if you start to react according to necessary conditions in this very moment, in that moment, you have power to illuminate certain your previous karma. So then, it is your choice today. Not just you give up your life, or not just you surrender to your life or the way it's going. It is your choice today. What you really want this life. What you want to bring out of you. Where your life want to end. So it is your choice. Every day you have to think about it. There was a sutta called Lonapala Sutta. That means the lump of salt. If you put a lump of salt to huge river, you're not going to feel the salty with the water. And at the same time, if you put the lump of salt to very small cup of water, and then you're going to feel salty. So same like your actions. So whatever the action you have done in the past, today, if you increase the capacity of the good action, and that has power to illuminate the result of the bad action you have done in the past. And at the same time, it doesn't matter whatever the past action you have done. So if you increase the capacity of the bad action today, maybe you have done good things in the past. That doesn't mean today that good can come and overtake these bad actions. So then always remember, the intention, the power of the action is important, and at the same time, whatever in this very moment in your mind. So you completely can become a new person. You can find a new path. You have a choice in front of you. Don't be just surrendered to the karma, or victim to the karma, or even your own habitual patterns. Always there is a way then that you can renew your life, rebuild your life. So then you start to look, and at the same time look yourself what kind of action you keep doing in day-to-day life. Even you don't move that much, but mentally, so whatever the action you keep doing is more powerful than some physical and verbal action. So whatever you keep thinking, if it is related with the greed, hatred, and the delusion, right away, change it to other side of the thoughts, loving kindness, generosity, compassion. So that kind of thoughts start to cultivate. Maybe you have done some mistakes. We all done some mistake in the past because we didn't know these things. But today, once you know it, you no need to keep doing the same thing. So that's why that yourself will start to think there is a new life you can start, completely new journey you can start. There's a new path for you. So don't depend on your past, don't depend on your habits, and don't depend on just others' opinion, and start to get into very fresh, new, clear, beautiful path yourself. So long time ago in Japan, there was a samurai called Senkai. This Senkai, he was a young boy, and he went to learn the sword skills from another teacher. So this teacher start to give lesson to this Senkai, but at the same time he used to live with the same house. What happened? This Senkai, this student, had an affair with the teacher's wife, and then the teacher start to notice that. So he got afraid, and he escaped with the teacher's wife to far away another village, this Senkai. And on the way, somehow, with the teacher's wife, he had some other problem and the situation, and he left the wife on the way, and he start to escape to far away another village called Buzen. And most of time the samurais, once you make a mistake, and they keep following you, they never give up, and they somehow they come and get the revenge So this teacher had a son, and the son start to become young little by little and start to master the swordship. So he became very skillful swordman in that area, in that school. And he asked one day, "Where is my mother?" And then the teacher told what happened. The Zenkai took your mother. Go and find the Senkai and get the revenge. So then the student start to go looking for this Senkai. And the Senkai, he start to go to far away another village. On the way, there was a huge mountain area to reach to this city called Buzin. And he had a very difficult time to go through these mountains. But that is the ordinary way. That's the normal way that people go there. And so the Senkai thought, I have done a lot of mistakes in my life. So now I'm getting old. Anytime I can die. So I want to do something good for people. What I can do. On the way to this Buzen city, people need to pass this valley and the mountain, and it is so dangerous. And most of time, a lot of people die on the way. No any road facilities. So then the Buzen thought, I want to make a tunnel for these people without going through the mountain, just to come to this village very easily, as paying back for his mistakes. So what the Zenkai did, and he started to make a tunnel. And it took him for 30 years to dig the tunnel. And he was digging the tunnel 2,280 feet long. And that tunnel was 20 feet high and 30 feet wide. Look, 2,280 feet long tunnel, 20 feet high, 30 feet wide. And he keep digging 30 years. Before he complete that tunnel, 2 years before he complete the tunnel, what happened? The student's son keep chasing him, looking for Zenkai, and he found this guy and was ready to cut his head as get revenge what he did to his mother and father. And the Zenkai told, I'm willing to give my head myself. Don't cut. Just let me finish this tunnel, because I start something to pay him back. If you help me to just finish this and wait for me, and I'm willing to give my head myself. So then the son thought, if I cut the head, someone else's head, it is a responsibility. It taking life, someone else's life to take. You have to have certain kind of powers. Otherwise, it's going to become very difficult for you. So then he thought, I no need to get into this karma. So let him to take his life himself and just finish the work. And then now the student, the son was waiting till he finished the tunnel. 1 day waiting, 2 days waiting. And then, but he keep digging, it's little bit more. And this son also saw how far he did it. And what he did, he cannot wait till, he finished himself. Though the son also told, okay, let me also help to finish this tunnel because I want to see your death. And he was so angry. And then what he did, he joined with the Zenkai and start to dig the tunnel. And now both of them keep digging. And after few months, they finished the tunnel. And then all the village people came and start to take the Senkai hand and start to bow and start to kiss the hands. And all the children, young people, very old people, and came all the way, whole village. Now that the son, waiting and looking, what is this? And then after that, everyone kissed the Senkai hand. The Senkai came forward to this son and told, now it is time for me to give my head. So then the son told, how I can take my own teacher's head. So transformation. So dear friends, sometimes we have the anger, we have failure in our heart, we have jealousy in our heart, and sometimes we cannot let go things. We struggling in our head, thinking, I want to forget this, I want to let go this, and I want to recover from this. We just thinking. But still we get tangled to the same memory, and it become more powerful. So then what you can do to recover yourself? Remember, one of the greatest thing is start to do something for others. That is another way it called mission. So whatever the vision you have, it doesn't matter if that vision doesn't have a mission. That means the mission means it is not yourself. Mission means the vision you share it with others. That is how the vision transform to a mission. You cannot just yourself cannot have the mission yourself. So when you have an idea yourself and when you start to do it for others, that is where your vision become a mission. So then yourself, whatever the things you have done in your past, if you want to recover from it and you start to do something good, start to act, and the power of it, not only yourself, it has power to transform others, whoever have the envy, anger, jealousy around you. And sometimes we trying to give lectures, we trying to do many other things, we trying to advise for people, don't do this, don't do that. But people not going to recover from it. The only way, once you start to do something and it become an example for others around you, and what will happen? You no need to preach anything. They start to naturally looking at you, following at you, they start to transform. That is a very beautiful dharma in this nature. We don't use that. We don't understand it that much. Even as parents and brothers, sisters, friends and family members, even for your children, for your loved ones, for your other people. And the way you behave can change their life rather than what you say. So then yourself, remember this Senkai's life story. Even though he has done a lot of mistakes and he start a great mission, having a vision to giving comfort to other people. And when the day came to complete that, he illuminate that his mistakes, he pay back for that, and he got the forgiveness itself without asking from anybody. So dear friends, think yourself, and this human life is the most beautiful thing that we can experience in this life, and it become more beautiful when the day come for you to share it with others. So with that, I wish upon everyone with this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. May everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatandarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata cha amme sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahangotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.